Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to go over Proverbs chapter 2, and it's a continuation from chapter 1. I put it on a little bit earlier this week, but let's a little summary about Proverbs. Proverbs focuses on the benefits of seeking wisdom and living a righteous life. The chapter emphasizes that wisdom comes from God and requires efforts to obtain, such as listening, seeking, and treasuring God's teachings. It highlights how wisdom protects from evil influences, preserves moral integrity, and leads to understanding righteousness, justice, and equity. The chapter contrasts the path of the righteous, which leads to life and security, with the path of the wicked, which leads to destruction and darkness. So in summary, the book of Proverbs was written primarily by King Solomon, but it also had other authors, probably at least two or three more that we know of, but they were all bundled into one book of Proverbs. So let's move on to chapter 2. So my reading is not all that great, so I'm going to play a version of it here, and we can just all follow along, and then we'll discuss it when it's over.
Chapter 2. My son, if you receive my words, and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom, and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment, and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver, and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the paths of justice, and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, equity, and every good path. When wisdom enters your heart, and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and who are devious in their paths. To deliver you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the dead. None who go to her return, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you may walk in the way of goodness, and keep to the paths of righteousness. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it.
Let's look at it together here. Like I said, I'm kind of new at this Bible study thing, so I may be scattered a bit. I think, well, let's just look at some questions here. What action does Proverbs say are necessary to gain wisdom and understanding? How can you seek these actions in your daily life? Verses 1 through 5. So it says, my son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline to hear your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry out for discernment and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as a hidden treasure, then you will understand and fear the Lord. So what actions does Proverbs 2 say are necessary to gain wisdom and understanding? Well, you got to cry out for wisdom to start with. And you have to seek it. You got to lift your voice for understanding and seek it as if it was silver or a hidden treasure. And then you will understand and fear the Lord. Fear of the Lord is something that I can't really explain, other than it's a reverence for the Lord. If you love the Lord, you'll follow His ways and His commandments, and it's not so much a fear like a humanly fear. It's a maybe it's a fear of what you're losing, or what you may not have, or may not achieve, or may not gain by following the Lord. Not that you're in it for gain, but an internal gain, internal peace, internal wisdom in this case. So, number 2, how does wisdom protect us from harmful influences, according to Proverbs 2? Can you identify examples in your life where wisdom has guided you away from danger? Reflect 10 through 15. So let's go to 10. When wisdom enters your heart and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you. Understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the path of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil and delight in the perversity of the wicked. For those ways are crooked, and who are devious in their paths. How does wisdom protect us from harmful influences, according to Proverbs 2? Can you identify examples in your life where wisdom has guided you away from danger? You'll know it in your heart, I think. If you seek the Lord's face daily and His Word, keep His Word in your heart, and His wisdom, they'll keep you from danger. I'll tell a little story how it kept me from danger. My wife and I were moving from one apartment complex to another while I was in college, and we had a 5-year-old son at the time. I thinking he was 5. And we'd put a deposit down, and we had planned to move. And the day of the move, we just felt, man, this is not right. We are not feeling it. Something is wrong about this move. So we lost our deposit. We decided not to move. We also found out that day, a boy was kidnapped from the playground at the apartment complex. Now, knowing us as parents, not that we were neglectful or anything, but we were kind of naive, we probably would have had him just playing in the playground, as long as we could go back and forth to the moving truck and kind of keep an eye on him. But he would have had some time alone, and something kept us from moving that day. Now, I don't know if it was the wisdom that God gave us, but He definitely gave us discernment and kept us away from danger. Okay, question number 3. What are the ultimate outcomes for those who follow wisdom versus those who follow wickedness? How does this contrast shape your view of daily decisions? 20 to 22. Let's move on to 20 to 22. So you may walk in the ways of goodness and keep to the paths of righteousness. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But for the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. I don't really know what that means. So you may walk in the way of goodness and keep to the paths of righteousness. So you just try to do good. I mean, you do good. You try to walk in the way of righteousness. I mean, and then that's why you got to know Scripture, so you know what is right and wrong. But like the apartment complex deal that I just talked about, you'll know in your heart when things are right and wrong. God will give that to you. And for the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. If you're walking upright, you can walk with your head high. If you're doing what's right, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There isn't. Even in my case where I did the right thing and I lost my job over it just here a few months ago, I still believe I did the right thing. And I think my employer did the wrong thing. And I'm still walking upright. Their actions didn't do a whole lot of damage to me, and I don't even feel bad about it. I feel that God will take care of me. He always has. And I believe I did the right thing. I can walk upright about it. I'm not ashamed of being terminated, because I was terminated for standing up for what was right. 22, but the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. The wicked will eventually fall, especially in the end times. God will take up his people, and the wicked will stay and die and be left behind, I believe. So I don't know if that's what that's talking about, because I'm definitely not no biblical scholar or anything, but that's where I'm standing right now on this. The wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. Anyway, those are my thoughts. If you have any other thoughts, down, you can put them in the comments below. All 4 of my subscribers. But hopefully that'll grow soon. I know I'm not too exciting to watch, but I'm doing this for me. I hope somebody else can get something out of it. So until next time, thanks for watching, and subscribe and like if you want to. Thanks. Bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you would like to get a copy of my book, Make Your Life a Whole Lot Better, Lessons for Life, you can pick that up at Amazon.com. Also, you can get an e-version or an audio version at LanceSimons.com for free. So get over there and get signed up, get your free book, and until next time, God bless, and we'll see you again.